China's quiet map rewrites, rising land buys, and leaked Russian intelligence warnings are fueling questions about Beijing's long game in the Far East, testing a no-limits alliance increasingly shaped by China's growing leverage, Russia's deepening dependence, and history's unresolved shadows. China's recent moves show it hasn't forgotten the land it lost to the Russian Far East during its century of humiliation. Now, analysts warn the world's longest border could be the next stage for Chinese pushback, despite Beijing and Moscow posing as no-limits allies. Chinese map alterations observed by the Newsweek magazine sharply highlight this historical narrative. In 2023, China's Ministry of the Environment issued new rules requiring official maps to label cities in the region, including Vladivostok, with their official Chinese names. Newsweek notes that Beijing also redrew an island at the confluence of the Ussuri and Amur rivers, long disputed until a 2008 border settlement depicting it entirely as Chinese territory. Alongside these cartographic changes is a rising pattern of Chinese purchases and decades-long leases of farmland just across the border, a trend documented in Newsweek's review of regional land transactions. Overlaying this, Chinese nationalists have grown increasingly vocal, openly calling for the return of the territories transferred to Russia during the Qing dynasty's decline. But Beijing has avoided echoing these sentiments. Instead, Chinese officials have downplayed the map adjustments while repeatedly emphasizing the strength of ties with Russian President Vladimir Putin, who notably stood at Xi Jinping's side during the June Phi Day military parade in Beijing. While the China-Russia relationship projects unity, new disclosures suggest unease beneath the surface, particularly as China's global power accelerates and Russia becomes more reliant on Beijing. Earlier this year, the New York Times cited a leaked document from Russian intelligence raising concerns over China's intentions to expand its influence. The report described mutual distrust, Chinese operatives allegedly recruiting Russian nationals with Chinese spouses, and conducting polygraph tests on their own agents returning from Russia. Security scholars say these tensions reflect a deeper strategic dilemma for Beijing. Patrick Cronin, the Asia-Pacific Security Chair at the Hudson Institute, told Newsweek.
Xi Jinping views Russia as an indispensable strategic partner in constructing a post-US-led world order. Reconciling these competing impulses points toward a strategy of slow, steady accretions of effective sovereignty, punctuated by performative shows of solidarity, from parades to joint military drills that mask an emerging asymmetry.
Cronin added, China poised to expand influence in Russia through cyber operations and economic leverage.
China clearly appears poised to expand its influence across its shared borderlands through a mix of brazen cyber intrusions and opportunistic moves to anchor itself inside Russia's increasingly enfeebled economy.
Other analysts reject the idea of looming fractures. Lyle Goldstein, Director of Asia Engagement at Defense Priorities, told Newsweek that the partnership is more resilient than critics believe.
Are there day-to-day frustrations and some bitter complaints here and there? Sure, Russians in particular are a little bit bitter that the Chinese have not helped them more in the Russia-Ukraine war, for example. But overall, the relationship is healthy and developing robustly in all directions.
China's support for Moscow since the full-scale invasion of Ukraine further underscores the alignment. Together, the map revisions, security leaks, and expert assessments reveal a relationship shaped by cooperation and caution. A partnership publicly celebrated, yet increasingly defined by China's rising leverage and Russia's narrowing options.